Morning, and thanks for watching this introductory video to my channel where I'll be sharing at a fairly high level what really happens after you sell your business to a larger organization. Could be a private equity backed platform or other investment group. Okay, now this video is going to be a little longer than my future videos, but it's important to set the groundwork for who I am, what I'm doing, and how I might be able to help you and your business. So if you're a business owner thinking about selling your business, okay, or you've already started working with an advisor, a broker, maybe talking directly to the owner, everything I'm doing here and with my business is designed to help you and your people navigate this event because nobody else is doing it the way this is being done. I've been working with teams, leaders, and companies for well over 40 years from all around the country at local, regional, and national levels, privately owned, publicly owned, and private equity backed platforms. And for the past 18 years, I've been working primarily from the buy side in the M&A space. So I have a lot of experience not only working in businesses, but running businesses at a local, regional, and national scale, as well as a lot of experience from the buyer side, their perspective, what they see, how they plan, how they evaluate things, how they make decisions, and what they really talk about that you will probably not hear. So during these past 18 years, my roles have been mainly to either integrate a company into a larger platform during the first year after acquisition, or help a company that had been acquired several years ago restore their performance to pre-sale levels. I've worked with and been personally involved with companies starting on the announcement day of an acquisition, and I've worked with companies who had been acquired 10 years earlier. And I've seen this all from both sides for many years and have a unique perspective that I'm sharing with you. And where I differ from typical M&A advisors, brokers, etc., who focus on everything leading up to closing the deal, is I've been one of those people whose job was to try to make everything work after the deal is over and everybody else is out of the way. And this is where reality really starts back up. All the negotiations are over, the excitement of the deal is past. Working with the buyer, the advisor, the broker, the attorneys, the accountants, the diligence, quality of earnings, seeing the money land in your bank account, right? All of those very real things and interactions are over. They're done. Now it's back to business as usual, producing the financial results that the buyer is expecting from you and your company. And this is where everyone finds out how this new relationship is going to work, right? What happens to the former owner, their leadership team, their people, their culture, their attitude, their communication, their customers, their business, when we all try getting back to business as usual. And I can tell you from dozens of acquired companies I've been involved with, I have yet to find one, not one, whose owner and team were actually ready and prepared for what's coming. And this is not to say that everything that happens is negative and a problem, because that is simply not true, but it is change. And most people don't like change primarily because it's risky, right? It's unknown. Why is this happening? What's going to happen next? What else don't I know about? Should I be afraid of what I don't know about? Will I even like the new situation? Should I start looking for another job? These are just a few of the things that your people will be thinking. And when you think about a company that's been sold to another organization, most of the employees have never met the buyers, right? They don't know anything about them, have no idea if they even want to work for these people. And the new owner wants to start changing things quickly and start managing this new business they've acquired. And it can get pretty dicey pretty quick. So a guy I used to work for one time told me that an acquisition is kind of like going through a forced divorce and a forced marriage all at the same time. And that is actually a great description about what it feels like. So what I'm doing here and in my business, Ownership Transition Advisors, is educating owners and their people by providing objective, practical guidance on how to navigate these changes. And some of the changes are pretty painless, and many of the changes will not be painless for you. But it all comes down to how we transition the leadership of the business. And that's where 99% of the advisors, brokers, attorneys, and the buyer cannot help. They can talk about it They can caution or advise you about it, but they've never actually lived it, experienced it. They've never actually run a company like yours. They don't understand emotionally and psychologically, so they really can't walk you or help you through it. It's kind of like someone who's never actually been skydiving trying to tell you what it's like, right? How does it feel? What was their experience? What did the exhilaration feel like? What about the fear? How did I deal with that? I mean, sure, you can read articles, you can watch a video, you can talk to other people who have done it, but until you've actually lived through it, it's not the same thing. And this is where I am different. I have run businesses. I have been the leader. I have dealt with personnel problems. I have hired people. I have had to let people go. I have dealt with many difficult situations in my career and all the things that you have been doing yourself. But I've also been on the other side, the buyer's side. I've been in the strategic planning sessions, talking about what to do with this company we just acquired, how to reduce costs, how to increase revenue, how to increase profits, how do I increase production, how do I increase efficiency, and at the same time, how can we reduce headcount and overhead? So if you're an owner who's thinking about selling their business, or maybe you've already started working with an advisor or a broker, maybe you're a manager or an employee whose company was just sold, I strongly encourage you to watch a few of these and see if they make sense. You can check out my website or my LinkedIn profile. The links are below, and you can see what I post about, what I talk about. Really, there are few, if any, other people doing what I'm doing here by specifically trying to help the owners and the sellers and the people understand what really happens when you sell your business. I'll be posting a new video here every week, and we'll always include the link to my LinkedIn account and my business website where you can read a little more about me and see if that's something you want to talk about, how I might be able to help you. You can always reach out to me from either place. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time when we're going to start getting into a little more of the specifics around what you will experience when you sell your business. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.